Today, we're on Mercer Island, and previously on the channel, I featured sort of how to navigate and go east-west on Mercer Island. So today I was going to show you another way to do it, and that's to actually use the roads and everything that are available. So basically, instead of using the trail, which is just right here, and usually a very common way, after you get off the I-90 bridge going eastbound, we're gonna head in the northbound direction over here on West Mercer Way, and I'll show you what that looks like. So this is the way that I usually actually use to cross Mercer Island, and the main reason that you would sort of use this route is that you don't really want to deal with the trails. The trails have a lot of different sort of users: walkers, runners, strollers. Here you get to just sort of use the roads. It is a bit of a detour in a way, but oftentimes it honestly takes about the same amount of time. So yeah, I'll show you what it's like. We start with a downhill here, which is nice, going all the way down. And the thing I love about Mercer Island is that no matter sort of which way you go, you always get peeks of the water and the Lake Washington that surrounds it. So it's always meant for some good sights. So here, there's a bit of a curve, and then it goes into a really, really slight uphill, but nothing much. But yeah, this is sort of like the back roads of Mercer Island that lets you connect east-west. The one thing I really should call out is that in this year, they're doing a bunch of sewer improvements. So effectively what that means is that a lot of the I-90 trail and paths, they might get diverted from time to time. There should be ample heads up, but I'll definitely try to post about those changes as they come out. And on that note, if you are into Pacific Northwest cycling, especially here in the Seattle area, and interested in more, please roll over the like button and subscribe. It really helps out and helps me to determine what type of videos to come out with next. But anyway, we're going to keep going along here. The I-90 trail would sort of go up to a park over there, and that park's really nice if you need to use the restroom or anything. But if you're okay with skipping that, this road is usually the way that I go. It's a pretty nice road, not too much traffic, though you're not really gonna get much shoulders or bike lanes in this whole path. And then here is the next part where you actually need to make a left turn here before the intersection. There is a helpful sign here that has a green bike route on it. But yeah, so here we make a left, and we're gonna keep on going along these back roads instead of using the trail. And here we have another cyclist. There is a hill coming up ahead though, just as a heads up. But generally, still the main advantage of this is just sort of being on the road, away from people. So after you go up that hill, it's gonna be right here. I think it's 76th Street. I'll correct it if I'm wrong. And I'm gonna keep going along here. Are you good on routing?
Yeah, good, thanks, man.
Okay.
Thanks.
And then coming up to here, you can, that's sort of where there's this little sort of weird opening that leads you to the trail. But we're gonna keep going the road. So it's gonna be a left at this corner. Definitely watch out because it's sort of a blind corner for both sides. So that's why there's a stop sign there. So I take it pretty easy here in case anyone just pops out, and we keep going. So this section of the road is super popular because it leads right to the Burbank Park. So lots of people love to go visit that. And then to the right here, I forgot to mention, this is actually the park and ride. So if you are just wanting to make a trip here, park at the park and ride, just make a left turn and you come out to here. And you can basically ride this directly to East Mercer Way and begin the loop. And then, so this is the community center, and then up ahead is a four-way stop that there's a sign explicitly here telling cyclists not to blow past it. It's good advice because this junction can get pretty popular, especially in the summers. A lot of people just want to visit here. But yeah, going along this way, it's now a lot more natural. It's just going to be a straight road all the way towards the final bit of the I-90 trail, and you're basically on the other side of the island. Overall, this isn't a super long route. It's just about 3 miles total. And yeah, here. Okay, so they're gonna stop for me. Sorry. Yeah, that's definitely why you need to make sure you slow down and be careful. I overshot that one a little bit, but as long as we're all safe, that's the main objective. But yeah, you see that this section of it really just parallels this trail here. So it really depends on your own comfort level with cars and sort of the kind of riding you want to do. Some people are quite allergic to cars on bikes, and that's completely fine, because here you aren't gonna get the bike lanes and you're gonna just have to expect passes like this. So there's so many cyclists here that cars here are sort of used to it. So it really depends on you. But yeah, this is probably one of the most common ways I think most people that ride sort of cross through. But let me know in the comments below how you ride across Mercer Island. I know before when I posted how to use a trail to cross, there was some comments saying that's not really safe, especially around the park and ride, and I totally get it. So yeah, let me know. But it's nice that there's at least those two options. Like, there's one option that's probably more suited to slower riders and not as confident around car riders, as well as just some of these back roads that you can use. But unfortunately, it doesn't connect super cleanly all across, because at the end here, you're just gonna see me hop onto the trail. I technically could keep going on roads, but near the eastmost part of the island, if I would just continue on the roads, it's convenient to go into East Mercer Way, but to continue on the trail, I basically would be hitting like, I think three stoplights till I can exit off the island to the east side. But yeah, so, but options are here. And yeah, Mercer Island is always such a popular destination for all riders, but it also makes us a great way to get into the east side and then get into some of those longer crunchy rides here on the south end. So we're almost there, probably about half a mile left until we're at the trail, and then we'll be on our way to Bellevue. So recently I So up ahead we see the turn onto the trail. I mean, this trail is right parallel to us too, but up there is usually where I turn off onto the trail and then make my way. So as I mentioned before, you can just keep on going and then make a left and then make another left, but there's just a lot of stoplights and cars that most time is like really not worth it. So it's quite all right to ride on the trail here. But as mentioned, there probably is going to be a diversion coming up later this year due to the sewer improvement projects. So be on the lookout for those. There's a good chance that this section will be affected in some way. I mean, it will be. It is a matter of when. And when they're done with it, they said that they would rebuild whatever parts they take out. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a process. So here, as you can see now, we're on trail. There's a lot more different types of users. So definitely be on the lookout and roll safe. And I think that's about it for this video because we're about to make it to the end here of Mercer Island. And here we are. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you thought. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next video.